What is going on, beautiful world? Welcome to another Studio Saturdays. Today we're going to be discussing part 3 of how to reach out to potential clients. We've already covered how to be professional, how to portray yourself in a professional manner on social media or any place someone can find you. We've also discussed how to make sure your portfolio stands out above other people's, showcasing your best work. Now we're on to part 3 of actually seeking and finding a potential client. And by potential client, that means it's someone that isn't a client, but you have interest of working with the brand, or you like the brand's products and you are trying to get some free product out of it while also providing your services. So securing a paycheck and getting free stuff, it's usually a win-win. So the first thing we're actually going to do when reaching out to a brand is just find a brand you have interest in. As a photographer, I like products. Being able to create a microscopic scene that plays into it well. Really, I love that challenge behind it, because you have to set up a whole scene that only takes up about a foot by a foot that's really going to send this product out of the water and showcase it better than what they currently have. Because if your photos are worse than what they currently have, why would they hire you? See what I'm saying? So we have to make sure our work is going to be the best that it can be. Whether that's in a limited space, if you don't actually have like a full-blown studio or anything like that, work with what you got. And I mean, I stream my photo shoots live on my Twitch, so you guys can see the space that I have to work with, the equipment I work with. And if you even come into the chat and you're like, hey, I don't know how to do this, I only have one lens, or I only have one light, or I don't even have lights and I have one lens, help me. And then I can take one lens, showcase how to photograph something while using natural lighting and just the one lens to be able to help you see how your work can improve in that way. You can also check out all these other videos that discuss how to make killer work with just what you got, and learning how to make Photoshop your best friend and putting out some banging images. But the first thing to do is find something you like shooting. I love shooting for G Fuel Energy. I love the creativity that they give us when shooting, but there's other things out there to shoot, like, sorry, wrong side. Sizzle Popcorn. They reached out to me, they said, hey, we've seen your work around. We like it. Let's work. And I've never had that happen before for clients and stuff. I've always had to approach them and, you know, persuade my way into working with them. But I finally been fortunate enough to have brands reaching out to me, which is crazy to me because I don't think my work is that great. But I've had brands been reaching out to me and actually being like, we want you to do our product photos, which is, and it's an overwhelming feeling, but it's still something that's strange and new to me. So I don't know how fully to react, but just shooting products you like. So something you use in your everyday life, like a watch, a phone case, a wallet, something you have access to currently that you can showcase to a potential client. So I've shot my personal Michael Kors card wallet before. I used those pictures to reach out to a different leather goods company that makes wallets. I reached out to them. I said, hey, I like your products. I want to work together. And they said, we don't actually need your work right now. And then you can't take that as a no. The first no is never actually a no. Understand that. The first no is never actually a no. And I said, okay, I understand this, but hear me out. I've been doing product photography for 2.5 years now. And what I'm doing is I'm offering your brand a risk-free trial period where you send out whatever product you like, whether it be one product, 2 products, your whole inventory worth of products. Disregard whatever cost the product is that they're selling online, because it's probably cheaper than that when they actually make it. And you reach out to them and you say, I want to offer you a risk-free trial. You send out product, whatever you want. I'll shoot it for you. I'll give you 3 high-quality images, fully rendered out for social media use. I recommend you go with a 4:5 crop, which is Instagram preferred, because most of the time when I reach out to brands, it's going to be over Instagram. So when I want to give them images back, it should be on Instagram, like Instagram's format. So I reach out to them, tell them, I'll give you risk-free trial, use me as a service, risk-free trial, no payment, just send out product. I'll give you 3 high-quality images to use and review. But if you want anything past that, you have to we have to discuss my bookings, my rates, and stuff like that. If you have an email, I can send over my rates now. I can also send you my address and phone number if you want to get in contact. And the brand was actually like, yeah, we'll send something out. We'd love to see your images. Your work's actually really good. We just don't have like the funding or budget right now to like pay for more stuff. And I was like, that's quite all right. These images are free to use, royalty free. You can post them wherever as many times as you want. There's going to be no watermark. You don't even have to tag me, but I generally follow the brand to then make sure, like, when it does happen, I can engage with it, post it to my pages and be like, look at my picture that I shot for this brand. And if my followers and stuff engage with it as well, the brand sees that it's a good connection, it's a good interaction, it's a good feeling that, or a good experience that they're getting from me, to be able to then say, hey, this guy's turnaround time was amazing, the pictures were incredible, the quality and detail was amazing, and we had such a great time shooting with him that why not, let's bring him back. So when reaching out to brands, you really have to introduce yourself, because a lot of times when you're reaching out to a brand on Instagram, you can say, hey, explain who you are, introduce yourself. So, hi, my name's Andrew Lewis. I'm a product photographer with 2.5 years experience. I shoot commercial, advertising, and lifestyle genres, and I want to work together. And then if they respond, you can even go a bit further, because if you get an email from them off their Instagram or anything like that, when you get an email, you don't know who you're reaching out to. So when you reach out to them, start it out with, to whom this may concern. So you don't know who you're addressing, but you're addressing them formally now. You're not going, hey. You see what I'm saying? You're, to whom this may concern, my name is Andrew Lewis. I am a commercial advertising lifestyle product photographer with 2.5 years experience. I want to reach out to your brand because I see your product and I really want to shoot for you guys. And I think you like my style because of my detail faceted work and how clean my images are. And it gives the potential customer the ability to see the product in their everyday life. And if you can sell a product to someone who's going to need it in their everyday life, they're going to buy it. And then from there, you go on and introduce what you want from them. So if I'm doing a test run for a company, it'd be in exchange for your product, I will, risk-free trial, I'll give you 3 high-quality images for you to review, use at your own discretion. You don't have to use them. You can if you want. You don't have to tag me. There's going to be no watermark. But anything after those 3 images, we can discuss my bookings, my rates, and anything like that, because I'd love to work further with your brand. And if like, oh, we're really not interested, like we don't need pictures, say, listen, this is a risk-free trial, absolutely no risk to you. You don't have to book me in the future. There's no obligation to. If you like my work, you can consider booking me. I can send over my rates, but this is simply just expanding your portfolio. Like, you take in that product, you now have a new product to shoot and showcase on your portfolio with a brand you've had an interaction with. So when you post that work now, you get that brand's engagement, the brand is going to get your engagement, and you're expanding your portfolio. So even just if you're not getting paid from a brand while still expanding your portfolio, you're creating a good business relation to where they're going to say, Dad, this is pretty good. His images are actually really good and we want to book him. Then you can discuss your rates with this brand, but have numbers ready for when they ask. Don't let them ask and then you fumble around for 5 hours talking to all your other friends and stuff like that, or any other photographers going, what do I charge? What are my rates? Have your rates planned out ahead of time, and that's going to be the next video. I do hope you guys enjoyed this one, but be sure to tune in next Studio Saturday for either a photo editing or what your rates should be. when you reach out to potential clients. But other than that, I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was somewhat helpful. I know I meandered here and there while reaching out, but I will give a formal, total wrap-up of this whole thing when we get through most of the steps. We'll follow back to this, and I'll type up a false email, or like a general outline guideline of how you should write emails or messages you should send to brands, whether it be Instagram, Twitter, just to get that initial reaction or interaction. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you next Studio Saturdays, though.